Diggity what,
Under the rock now!
Time for YouTuber Showdown!
Season 3.
So we are going to begin the nursing home brawl. Here we go. So we have, on the one side, we have Charles. And so Charles, he's like 83 years old, 180 pounds. His strength is he has a cane. His weakness is dementia in his right knee. And versus Seymore, who's 87 years old, 150 pounds, but he takes his pills. And he uses a walker, though. That's his... and he's also really good at puzzles. So it's going to be Seymore versus Charles in this fight. And so here we go. Okay, guys. So this is the bracket that you're going to be looking at. Okay. So Charles versus Seymore. So you guys have 30 to 45. I think I said 45 seconds to make sure that you can say how this fight will go, and then ultimately who wins. Okay. So don't say at first who wins. You have to say how this is going to go. All right. So remember, they're in the nursing home. So we'll start with Punk Waddle.
No, we start with the guest, right?
Well, I mean, Mrs. Flu said I couldn't let her go first, and so now we're making you go first.
I'll go first. It's fine.
Oh, I gotta get something real quick. I can't go. Let somebody else go. I'll be right back.
Okay. That was weird. All right. Okay, Mrs. Flu, go.
Okay. So, between Charles versus Seymore. All right. Charles is British? It looked like from the bits that were there. Mm-hmm. And Seymore is American. Am I getting that right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. And we have Charles here, right? Charles.
You're losing time.
Proper. But then there's Seymore. I'm gonna go Seymore because you know what? He's seen war. He has seen war. Seymore has seen war, and he's got that walker. And he might be a little lighter than Charles here, but I think he can put him down. He's going to pick up that walker. He's going to put that right across his chest and knock him over. Mm-hmm. And then he's going to pin him down. That's what I think is going to happen.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Seymore. And, he's named after a, man-eating plant. So there you go.
All right. So you had 5 seconds left. So you...
Seymore!
All right. Okay. Now, Ronnie G. Giving you... I'm setting up a timer here. 45 seconds. And go.
Well, I mean, just number one, if I can ask a question about Seymore, does he have the type of walker where they have the little green balls at the bottom, to make it easier to slide, or does he not have little green balls on the hind legs?
You can kind of see it right below the thing there. It's the wheels.
Okay, so he's got wheels, and I guess there's no balls on it. So, in which case, I think that would make it a more dangerous weapon because those balls would otherwise, soften the cushioning. So, there's that. Now, Charles has a big hat, but he looks like he's been coddled. It looks like this guy, Seymour's seen rough days on the street. True. So, it's like when you go to prison, it's going to be the guy who's not coddled by his family who has an easier time persevering. And I do believe he is capable of lifting that walker for short periods of time, and that will allow him to prevail. So I can say the winner, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so I think Seymore would prevail in a real street fight.
Good choice.
All right. Now, Hangry, here you go.
All right, I gotta disagree here, guys, because I think Charles is the clear winner, and I'll tell you why. So yes, you got Seymore. He's obviously got a weapon in his hands. It's like, solid metal. That thing could probably do a lot of damage. Yet at the same time, you look at Charles. Look at the guy, right? Like, he's got this beard that would make Santa Claus blush. He has 3 layers of clothing on. And yet, my vibe from Charles is that he's the type of guy who goes out to the gym every single morning, and he's probably sporting a 6-pack underneath all of that with crazy mass muscles. And I could absolutely see him just ripping that vest off, revealing a He-Man-esque figure, and then just one punch manning Seymore out to oblivion.
Okay, that's time. Okay.
Mrs. Flu, you disagree.
So you're saying Charles we have 2 for Seymore. Now, Punkwaddle, this is your chance. You've had 3 sets of 45 seconds.
Well, okay.
Oh,
So
here we go.
so here's
Costume
here's the
change.
thing.
Oh.
Here's the thing. Paul already said it. So, but what I'm going to reiterate, I'm going to say, okay, here's the thing. Flat caps for the win. Also, yeah, look at that beard. It hides. Oh, you don't take away that. Oh, okay, we can show hangry. But yeah, pay attention to what Paul said. Don't forget it. So he's got the flat cap. He's got that glorious, well manicured beard. This guy cares about his appearance. But he's also wearing that nice suit, that jacket. Like, this guy's been around the ringer 1 or 2 times. He's hiding all those scars on his face, and I agree. I think he goes to the gym. I think he works out. I think he's kind of like Brad Pitt's character from was that Snatch? You know, he's a boxer. Like this guy.
Okay, that's time.
He's a 30. Charles would wipe the floor with him, hands down.
Okay. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
No.
Team Black Cap.
No.
His
Okay.
peril.
Team Flat Cap.
So we're
absolutely.
2-2. Is that what I
Well,
see?
so far. So now we move into the try and convince each other round for the next minute. So
Okay.
let's start with Mrs. Flu. Try to
Yes.
win them to your side. Go.
Oh, come on. Someone who's so proper looking and clean and pressed and he's got the little hat that's not a hat you wear to a fight. That's not something that you use when you're going to take someone down. You know,
Take
you
it
don't
off.
wear a hat. See? Seymore doesn't have a hat on. Seymore gets it done. Seymore gets it done.
Are we allowed to give rebuttals or not?
Oh yes,
That's
you're
it. Yeah,
absolutely.
This
Go
is
for
the
it.
time.
Mrs.
Go,
Blue,
Tommy.
Mrs. Blue, have you not seen Gangs of New York? They were all wearing hats when
you.
they were clubbing
Thank
each other
you.
to death. And
How do
besides,
So sad, so sad.
even if that's not the case, I can guarantee you that at some point, Charles has engaged in the gentlemanly art of fisticuffs before, with both of his fists up, with his hat on, and he's probably walloped, his fair share of ruffians and scruffians and all sorts of non-hat wearing people.
Look,
Yes, but Charles
Hold
is
on.
from the UK, and Seymore is from the United States. And I'm sorry, but Charles would be someone who would bring a knife to Seymour's gunfight.
okay, I'm gonna tell you right here. Look, I'm not saying that Seymore hasn't had his day, but I think his day is closer to over. Look at Charles' eyes. Look at the life and the soul. He's staring the camera in the face. He knows what's up. He knows how to dodge, dip, dive, duck, and dodge. Like, this guy is his mental fortitude will wreck you before you even enter the ring or the octagon, or even if you're paying homage to Kimbo Slice, you can't do it. Charles,
confidence
has to be.
confidence is 90% of the victory.
Yeah,
That's
it's already won
valid.
in
That's
his
valid.
mind.
Now, Ronnie, you've been kind of quiet. Let's hear
Well, I
your.
mean, I got concerns because look, the guy's got a cane. You know what that means? That he has one cane as opposed to a symmetrical walker. It means that he's got asymmetrical support. So his 6-pack, which he might very well have, is going to be asymmetrical, and so I represented that by showing you that the abs on the left side, or his right, are clearly weaker. So I'm concerned that he's going to be like, and that's not good coordination there. Whereas this guy in prison fight mode, he'll be ready to pounce on any weakness he sees, and he's going to see that weakness there. And beyond that, I do have concern that going to the gym, taking those nutritional supplements, taking those pre-workout things that he'd been taking, it contributed to exacerbated the little issue with his artery over here. So, yeah, I'm very concerned about his heart.
See, what goes through my mind is the fact that, clearly Seymore, he's in the condition where he needs to see a physiotherapist, which is essentially a personal trainer. However, Charles, he does have a cane, and so Seymore, he's got to be able to lift that walker once in a while. But Charles, he's got the speed advantage. So,
And as long as he keeps that half pack towards Seymore, I think Charles is in the clear.
Interesting.
I mean, he could also use that cane to scoop that walker out from underneath his legs, and he got nothing. Yeah.
All right, and so
I don't know. I think it's much harder to sweep a walker
I mean, it's got
And it
rubber
is the
wheels.
sweet cane.
Those wheels have good traction. You can't really sweep
Yeah.
those wheels horizontally.
Okay.
Maybe if you pull it with the hook on the cane, but then he's not
Thank
going to
you
have the
for
support of his
explaining
cane.
the downfall of your theory, because all he has to do is pull down, grab the top, just pull it away from his arms.
10
Bam!
seconds.
I just told you how it was over.
9. All right. Okay. So there we go. So now we go to the final voting sessions. And if there's a tie, it goes to the chat. And so. All right.
Seymore. Seymore.
Yeah, I'm
Seymore.
voting Seymore here.
Silence. Silence. Punk. Final vote. Who?
Charles, flat cap.
Mrs. Flu.
Seymore.
Ronnie.
I still believe in Seymore.
Oh,
Thank you,
man.
Ronnie.
Okay. Hangry.
Only the truth.
Charles won this fight the moment he looked at Seymore with those.
Oh, man. Okay. That
Yeah,
means that
No,
we
no,
are now
no.
going to the chat. It's on the
Yep.
chat. What is the chat going to do? Okay, here we
Do the
go.
right thing.
Vote for Charles.
So you guys can argue about it while they vote. All right, here we go. Go.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How are they
We can
voting?
Yeah,
argue.
that doesn't mean be quiet. That means fight about it more. So
I mean, yeah, but like, I mean, like, okay, he raised some valid
Seymore.
points. I mean, sure, he's got more heavy armor on one side, and assuming he could stand up straight, he's good. But I'm sorry, either that room he's in shows he's wealthy and that he can afford a good trainer and do all of the things right, or it's a house of cards. He's like the guy from Downton Abbey, you know, like investing money with the Ponzi guy and, you know, having his son in World War One. Like, why don't you fight the war?
Well, see, that's the thing, Ronnie. Though, if he's got that money, and in either scenario, there's also the fact that he could either have orderlies come in and, you know, beat up Seymore for him, or his friends, his lads, who could also
Yeah.
go in there and sort of, you know, gang up on him. So, I mean, either way, Charles is coming out the victor. Like, you can almost see him as the mastermind here, right? Like Daniel Day-Lewis.
Exactly. Charles is the guy. Charles worked his way to the top from the bottom, scrapped his
Vote,
way.
guys, vote.
But you know what? He's not one of those undercover bosses. He's been in all levels all the time. He couldn't get so disconnected with what made him money, the empire he built. He's a
30 seconds
hands-on
to
kind of
vote.
guy.
30 seconds, chat. 30 seconds to vote.
Come on, guys, you can do
So
it.
at this point, Charles is in the lead with 69%.
There's a vote
of
in the
vote.
chat.
we go.
Seymour
Seymore.
Seymour
has
Seymore.
31.
Seymore.
Seymour is now at 36, and Seymour is slowly climbing in the ranks. And so
I
it's
bet
just-
Seymore
Seymore.
has tetanus
Seymore.
under his
We are
fingernail.
Seymour. Charles has swung back, and he's back up to 69.
Come on, guys. Come
That's
on,
how
guys.
weird.
Vote.
Seymour is asking Charles to
10,
put him out of his misery. You can
9,
tell by the look on his
Seymore.
face.
Seymore.
7,
Bad.
Charles,
Only 16
End
of you
it.
voted.
End it,
10
Charles.
votes. Come on, guys.
3,
Seymore needs 10
2,
votes.
Good luck,
One.
Chad.
Vote.
and that's the match. It is ended with Charles has won. Charles
Thank you, Peach Fan Ann.
Charles is moving on into the semifinals. Congratulations, Charles. You were bird. You've done well.
I
You've
think
done
Peach
well.
Fan Ann really just captured what we all were feeling.
Hey there! So what you just watched was a portion of our live show that happens on Wednesdays at 9 p.m. Eastern. Apparently you were too lazy to be there that time, but maybe you'll be there next time. Remember, Wednesdays, 9 p.m. Eastern.